Good morning. Welcome to Saturday's sketch session. Welcome. Before I get far into this, let me double check. Yep, that my microphone's working, so I don't have the same issue as yesterday, where I just go on a great old spiel and it was silent the whole time. Hey there, Ellen. Good morning. Turning off my Wi-Fi. All right. How are you doing? It is a beautiful, gorgeous Saturday morning here in Chicago, and I'm jazzed. I'm jazzed for today. Hey there, Linda. I really gotta say, waking up and doing sketch sessions pretty much first thing in the morning is such a good way to start my day. I'm so glad I've started doing this. Flipping to my overhead camera. We're a little zoomed in. Zoom out. Okay, well, first of all, I guess let's do some, what do you call this? Lettering, calligraphy. In fact, I'm going to grab my, where is it? There you are. This is the style guide for this particular flavor of lettering. So I'm just going to slide that under there. Let's do it. I believe Ellen and Linda, I think both of you were there last night. Last night. I mean, yesterday for this class. But for anyone who is watching the recording of this, this italics alphabet was what we covered in yesterday's flat nib calligraphy class, which was super fun. My X height's a little inconsistent here. Good morning, Bobby. All right. Well, I guess I should probably have the year in there, huh? just for consistency. Even though obviously the year won't have changed between these two pages, just kind of feels weird to leave it out now. All right. Gooch that off to the side. Get some fresh water. Yes, there we go. Flipping around looking for a reference or a bit of inspiration really quick. Okay. Something I can work with. Oh, you did not miss Pearl yesterday. You are all good. She's actually going to be hopefully making an appearance later. She's currently um, hanging out just off camera. I didn't want to like just wake her up and put her right in the lights. But she is I have her in like her play bin. I mean, it's not like she doesn't play. She's a snake, not a mammal, but I have a sort of a bin with like different fun activities and things for her, different little places for her to hide. Um, but it's kind of just off camera, and I wanted to get her in there so she can begin to wake up and you know be ready for her camera time later. Thanks, Bobby. I have been on a real kick of pinks and blues for like several years now. I don't think it's going to be forever. At some point, I'm sure I'll adapt to something new, but for now, it is absolutely my jam. Oh, yes, Horizon. The sneaky snake will be making an appearance later. If she's awake and moving around, she might make an appearance in the sketch session. But like I said, I don't want to wake her up and throw her into the lights, because these studio lights are no joke. Blue and yellow, Linda and Bobby. Blues and acid green, great combination. And blues and yellow, obviously, I'm a big fan. Here comes John, trying to be so quiet. You don't need to be quiet. We know you're here. So gentle. He tries to sneak in. Thank you, my love. Thanks. And thank you, Bobby. So, for anyone who is watching who doesn't already know, later this morning at 11 a.m., we are going to be doing a class on drawing snakes, which is obviously going to be super cool. I have a vested interest in snakes. Ooh, Bubby, that sounds really cool. Little paper doll, black and white checkered, and little afro puffs, like little pigtails. Because I love that. That's super cute. Oh, I like where this is going, Bobby. I'm gonna dry this really quick. Something to do with the warm-ups, using them as a background. I think that's brilliant. That's the kind of creative thinking that will take you places. Because if you just start to see things with like basically, how can I use this differently? That is the pure definition of creative thinking. I bet it looked fantastic. Straight out of the disco days. I I gotta say, I would love to be able to drop in and visit the old disco days because they sound like a freaking blast. Like to just go to a proper disco party. Although, um, it's the they really partied back then. I don't know if I've ever in whatever decade. I don't know if I'm that kind of a party animal. I was really into disco when I was growing up. It's one of my mom's music influences. I grew up with so my parents were divorced, so this was not like in the same household. But I had disco and like mellow 70s music from my mom, and I have more like hair band kind of influence uh, from my dad. So like my my mom, there was like the Bee Gees, um, Steely Dan. Obviously, there was Stevie Fleetwood Mac, and then for my dad, it was like Meatloaf, David Bowie, um, that kind of music. That is like invisible on that. Yeah, about the drug culture, maybe. Yeah, it's a little bit different back then. You'd have to be really comfortable with people being uh, quite quite intoxicated. Wow, neither of these colors are really showing up. All right, let's go for neon. Neon seems fun. What kind of stuff do you like to do at your parties, Horizon? I'm a big fan of party games, like group party games, personally. Granted, my age group, I've played a lot of party games that are also drinking games, but they don't need to be. We just, we're in our 20s. So, just hanging out and talking, so much fun. I have definitely done that a lot more just as like in my later 20s and in my so far in my 30s. I can't tell you how many times I have gathered with friends with the intention of doing something like playing a game or any activity at all, and then we end up just spending 5 hours talking the whole time. Mostly legal shenanigans. Well, good. I'm glad you don't get up to too much illegal trouble. You DJ, Bobby? No kidding. What kind of DJing? Like what kind of I ask because like my dad was a karaoke DJ, for example. Um, so I have perhaps a different thing that springs to mind when I hear that. Bobby, no one will play Pictionary with me. No one will play with me. I love Pictionary and other like drawing games. I have never, not never, I've played before, but like no one wants to play with me. I'm too intimidating. I need to find other people who draw to play with me. And it's a root and toot and shame too, because it's such a fun game. And yes, I did just unironically say root and toot and shame. I stand by it. Yeah, truly one of the curses. Like, I love drawing. I love being able to draw. It's like a superpower. I love that I can kind of create something from nothing. But one of the downsides is that if you become very efficient at communicating visually, those games become like not well, they become easy for you. It's those games kind of rely on you not being able to draw very well for the fun. So it's either I need more difficult prompts or I need to find, like I said, artists who will play with me. I have thought about like trying to figure out how to do some kind of a digital virtual game of Pictionary, but I haven't figured out quite how yet. But seriously, Bobby, what kind of DJing do you like to do? Like, is there a certain genre of music that's your jam? Is there do you like to do any like mixing or you like adjustments to the sound, anything like that? Hmm. Well, what you got, Horizon? Let's hear it. No one's ever asked me that before, so I don't have an answer. 80s rock, hair bands, loving 70s and 90s all rock. I assume that's grunge that you're that got typoed there because I don't know what grunge is. I could be wrong. I don't know all the genres. You work online radio in a place called Second Life, and you work in a club. You own a club, Bobby. This is so much lore that's getting dropped about you. I'm loving it. The Madhouse, all based on Alice in Wonderland. Oh my god, that sounds awesome. Right, yeah, go for it. You've been here. You've come plenty often enough that you're not just walking in and then doing some self promo and then walking back out again. So, like, yeah, you have art that's going on. By all means, go ahead, share it. Let's see what you got. Like, I wouldn't be cool with someone who just like dropped in for the very, very first time and then tried to self promo. But you have absolutely you've earned my trust. I believe that you are good people, and I would like people to know about your artwork. I appreciate you asking. I really do. That's very considerate of you. Hey there, Sonali. Yeah, it's been a minute. Hope you're doing all right. I've been getting a little concerned. Haven't seen you in a minute at one of these. Not that you like need to check in with me or anything like that. It's more like there's just the nature of the online situation means that like I can't know if something, happens to someone, if someone like ends up in the hospital or you know some other misfortune has befallen. I have no way of knowing. So I start to get worried about some people after not hearing from them for a while. Oh, your exams are happening. Absolutely understand that. Definitely take your time studying and whatnot. That is super important. Oh no, timber. That's a bummer. All right, let's sharpen you again. Hope for the best. My little shavings container is getting quite full here. This is no one in particular. It's not Medusa, but fair enough guess here. I am on a snake trend right at the moment. I have drawn Medusa before though, and just fascinating character to draw. Okay, my pencil feels stable. I'm a big fan when it comes to like illustration. I'm a big fan of like magical women, powerful women, women who could kill you with one hand tied behind their back. I'm a big fan of that. I think I'm gonna finish coloring this dress in and then like go in and darken up the lines and all of the creases of the dress, and then I'm gonna call it there. Okay, now okay. I think that is enough for me to call it right there. I'm really pleased with this. This came together really nicely. But I'm gonna call it there so I can just make sure to get all my little ducks in a row for the drawing snakes class happening at 11 this morning. I hope to see you there if you are available and a Foxy student. I would love to have you. But if I don't see you later today, then I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I will catch you on Tuesday. Okay, let me find my mouse. There we go. All right. Have a good one. I'll see you around, and cheers.